Well, hello everyone. My name is Zachary O'Shea, and this is Box of Teeth. I have a unique zombie for you today that you can use for your Dungeons & Dragons game. Whether in Dungeons & Dragons, other role-playing games, or media in general, zombies are really one of those creatures that are meant to be faceless, or at least portrayed that way. They're a shambling horde without much in the way of an actual personality that makes them stand out. But they are ripe for the picking when it comes to giving a couple of them, amid the horde or perhaps a city full of undead, their own sort of unique personality and traits to make an encounter more memorable. And I want to cover an idea for one today, which is the Lady of the Grotto. Pale and perfect, the Lady of the Grotto once served the sacred and sensual needs of her flock. That was until death claimed the region and so many people, including her, died, only to return in a zombified state. Because of her prestige and power, however, the various zombies in the area still flocked to her as if they were still following their high priestess. Despite her zombified state, though, she is still as pale and perfect as she once was, and appears almost like one of the marble statues in the area. In fact, if she stays still long enough, her wounds and ruptures will seal shut, and she can be easily mistaken for a piece of statuary. That is, until she strikes and the wounds open wide once more. By then, however, it's often too late, as the rest of the horde is stirred into a frenzy to support her. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at the Lady of Grotto's statistics for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. The Lady of the Grotto is a challenge rating 3 medium undead who is chaotic evil. She has a decent armor class for a zombie and an okay number of hit points. She's immune to poison damage, the poison condition, and exhaustion, and like any other zombie, she has undead fortitude. On top of that, she has alabaster skin, so if she is still and unobserved by any living creature for 1 minute, she appears to be a marble statue, and you can't tell otherwise until she takes an action or moves. As she is a more powerful zombie and a leader as well, she does have turn resistance. She does have multi-attack for both slam and bite. The bite does the standard amount of damage you'd expect a zombie's bite to do, but it can also cause the poison condition. Though if you fail to save bad enough, you get paralyzed instead, as this kind of white marbly flesh spreads from the wound. You get to repeat the save at the end of every turn. She also has Grave Command, which is a kind of a toned down bardic inspiration that she can only give to other zombies, and it's only a D4. For me, the Lady of the Grotto was a good place to start to build out a classical necropolis that players could investigate, and it was kind of inspired by the Zombicide Black Plague game, because I really love the fact that they have a few unique zombies in there, and I think it's really something that can spice up those faceless hordes. So there's going to be more zombies to come here for the rest of April. I was wondering how you would use the Lady of the Grotto in your own campaign. You can find her, more zombies, and hundreds more horror-themed monsters that are all perfectly free, all for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, at boxofteeth.blogspot.com. If you're interested in the non-Dungeons & Dragons horror-related projects that I have, or the horror fiction that I write that includes Grease Paint right here, it's got a killer clown. Book 2 should be out sometime this summer. You can always go to www.zacharyoshea.com. As always, I thank you for your time and your attention, and have a wonderful rest of the day.